What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the brand new 2021 Ford F150. Huge shout out and thank you to Mooresville Ford. They're providing this brand new truck for today's video. Definitely check out the link to their website in the description below. They have a huge selection of the 2021 Fords ready to go, so definitely check them out. So this is an all-new vehicle. Let's get into it. And the model that we're looking at today is a Platinum Super Crew finished off in agate black and has an MSRP at $73,000. Underneath the hood, this utilizes a 3.5-liter EcoBoost 6-cylinder engine that cranks out 400 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. The engine is paired to the 10-speed automatic transmission and sends the power to the rear wheels. However, we do have the 4-wheel drive system. And with a curb weight around 5,000 pounds and running off a 26-gallon fuel tank, you can expect 18 miles per gallon in the city with 23 out on the highway. The overall length for the Super Crew with the short bed is 231.7 inches. We get a wheelbase at 145.4. The overall height is 77.2 with a width at 79.9 inches. As far as off-road performance goes, we have an approach angle at 23.9 degrees with departure at 26.2 degrees. Breakover angle is 23.5 with overall ground clearance at 9.4 inches. And depending on how you spec your 2021 Ford F-150, towing can range from 7,000 all the way up to 14,000 pounds, and then max payload can be configured at 3,200 pounds. 2021 is the all-new design for the legendary Ford F-150 pickup truck. This has a really bold front end. You can see Ford logo right in the center with a forward-facing camera right beneath that. There's a chrome piece of trim going right through that with satin aluminum trim around the top and bottom portion of this grille. There's an aggressive design for the mesh with more chrome trim, and you can see active grille shutters behind that to improve efficiency when needed and also maximize cooling. We have a body-colored front bumper with 6 parking sensors integrated into that, more chrome trim in the lower portion with chrome tow hooks. We have massive LED daytime running lights running around the entire headlight that even blend down into the daytime running light for the fog lights. We have dual projector beam LED headlights that have a great modern appearance to them, and the whole front end ties together very nicely to look like an F-150 but has a much more modern appearance. And then the front end flows to the hood very well with sharp lines around the front. You can also see a raised portion in the entire center of the hood to give it that big appearance. There's sharp lines in it as well, and everything flows to the side profile very smooth. Along the side profile, you'll notice the 20-inch polished aluminum wheels wrapped in a hand-cooked tire, and then on the front fenders you can see the F150 Platinum badge right on this chrome trim piece, and then there's a sharp body line going around these front fenders to really help emphasize the wheel arch. You also notice chrome door handles as well as chrome trim on the lower portion of the windows. We get chrome mirror caps with integrated LED turn signals as well as cameras in the lower portion. You can see the B-pillars blacked out to really help make the windows blend, and then we get the panoramic sunroof up top. There's also a sharp body line in the lower portion of the doors going from one fender to the other, and then under the cab you can even see the optional set of power running boards. They have a chrome trim piece on them, and when you walk up to the truck with just the key fob in your pocket, once you're about 5 feet away, the running boards will automatically deploy before you even get to the door. And then there's also a button in the back portion of these running boards you can kick to deploy and fold away the running boards. And then moving to the bedside, you can see the FX4 off-road decal as well as a chrome exhaust tip. The LED taillights are integrated into the bedside as well, and they wrap around to the rear end. You can see Platinum stamped into the tailgate with an aluminum trim piece all around that. We have F-150 on the left side as well as a Ford logo on the right. This truck also features a body-colored rear bumper with 6 parking sensors integrated into that. We have your trailer hitch right in the center with all the electronic connectors to the left side of the license plate. And then on the top side of the tailgate, we have the electronic release button as well as a standard backup camera above that and an LED light on the right side. So there's a good look at some of the specs as well as the exterior on the 2021 Ford F-150 Platinum. I think the Platinum has a lot of really cool features to it. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the interior. And as you saw, all you gotta do is start walking up to the vehicle. The running boards automatically deploy, which is really cool. We also do have remote start. So if I lock the truck and then double tap the engine start stop button, the EcoBoost roars to life, very easy to do. And then tapping the button again, it shuts off. And then keeping the key fob in my pocket, all I have to do is grab the door handle, the truck will unlock. You can go ahead and check it out. This Platinum model is finished off with a black leather interior. You'll also notice tan leather accents as well as brushed aluminum and wood accents to go along with that. If we take a look at the door panel, you can see the black leather on this top portion, beautiful look and feeling to it. You can see the color contrast stitching and piping. We even get black micro suede. Moving our way forward, we have the release handle right here. All of your window controls, mirror controls, lock and unlock, and memory seats. We even have a really cool looking wood grain design, and then part of the Bang & Olufsen audio system. A little bit of storage, cup holders, and then more storage below that. We have the Platinum logo right on the door sill, finished off with more of the aluminum, and then chrome trim around the bottom portion of the seats with all of your power controls. It even says Ford on the back side. Moving to the seats now, you can see the beautiful smooth leather with color contrast stitching, perforated leather all in the centers with a little bit of tan micro suede, and then more of the perforated leather. Very nice bolsters and stitching. You get a Platinum logo up top with more stitching and more of that tan micro suede. And then moving to the headrest, you can see the perforated leather, all part of the Bang & Olufsen audio system to really give you surround sound. And then flipping our way to the steering wheel, we have more black leather and tan stitching, and then Platinum is written in the lower portion with aluminum accents and wood trim. And then now inside the truck, keeping my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and fire it up. We have a massive LCD display for the center gauge cluster. You can see the tach over on the left side, which has a really nice look to it, and then your speedometer over on the right. We have engine temperature and more vitals in the top portion, and then information right in the center that you can control using these dials over on this right side. You can go up, down, back, and then you have a menu button. Just scrolling through this, you can see more information within the vehicle as well as fuel economy. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, we have a lot of your cruise control settings as well as the lane keeping assist, and then audio controls as well. We have a brushed aluminum color for the Ford logo, which is really nice for the Platinum trim level. More audio controls over on the right side. And then moving our way to the left side of the steering wheel, we have lights on the side of the mirrors, as well as a power outlet, and then your lift gate. And then all of your headlight controls are beneath that with a dome light for the bed. We have the electronic park and brake, and then you can electronically control your pedals. We have some more of this brushed aluminum and wood trim around the air vent, and then really nice design with black leather along the dash with more of the tan stitching. And then more of the Bang & Olufsen audio system with a speaker up top as well as some storage, and then the leather and wood trim goes all across the dash to really help tie in the design. And then moving to the center dash of this all-new F150, we have your engine start-stop button on the left side with a shortcut to your camera, as well as a parking button right in the center, the hazard switch, traction control, and then your downhill assist button is on the right side. And then moving to the center, we have this all-new massive Sync 4 screen, beautiful LCD touchscreen display. You can see a lot of information within the truck on the screen. We have audio right now. You can easily tap the shortcut for your phone and then navigation. And then if you tap the favorites icon, we have a lot of information that you can configure. And then going under apps, there's more items, and then settings right here, you can see more systems within the vehicle. You can even go under your seats and control how you would like the massage feature and everything like that. So there's a lot of ways you can really configure this vehicle. You can even tap the running boards and adjust how they work. And then one thing very cool on this right side, you can swipe over and actually flip-flop screens. So you can have whatever's on the small screen come up on the left side, and then you can even configure this right side to have other items. It's kind of like a smartphone the way everything works. Really nice little tabs, so very user-friendly. And if we go ahead and put the truck into reverse, the backup camera is going to automatically come up. You can see the backup camera on the left and then the top-down view over on the right side. We also have more buttons. If you tap this button right here, we can tap this for the full rear view camera. Tapping this again, we have a rear view surround, and then we have another view for the bed, which is really good for lining up a trailer or a gooseneck. And then right here, you can see a really good view of the back. And then putting the vehicle back into park, the camera will shut off. And then beneath the screen now, we have a lot of shortcuts for your climate control and audio controls, volume on the left and a tune on the right side, as well as turning off the screen. All of your climate controls are physically down here. You have heated and ventilated seats, as well as a heated steering wheel, dual zone climate control with a nice LCD screen, and everything even comes up on the main screen when you make an adjustment. You have a toggle right here for your fan speed, comes up on the screen as well. And then all your defrosters for front and rear, and then more of their air conditioning controls. We have the 4-wheel drive selection over on this left side with 4-wheel high, 4 low, and an automatic. You can lock the rear differential, and then we have some trailering assist. You can scroll this left and right, and then tap it to turn it on. And then moving down to the center console, we have more of this really cool wood grain trim. If you push this open, we have a wireless phone charging mat, as well as 2 USBs, and a nice area to place your phone. We can press that again and close it up. We have 2 cup holders over on this right side with a little bit of storage, and then we have some nice leather and stitching around the shifter. And then one thing very neat for 2021, if I tap this button right here, the shifter will actually fold nice and flat. Then you can grab the backside of the armrest and rotate this forward, and now you have a workbench in your F-150. This is great for anything that you're gonna need. You can use it for your computer or use it as a lunch area. So a really nice configuration for the F-150. We have more of the leather and stitching and platinum, more of this micro suede. And then opening this up with the handle in the front, we have a lot of space in here. As you can see, we even have a removable tray right here. So definitely extremely usable. And then closing the center console up, we have 2 different glove boxes over on this right side. Tapping this button, this upper one opens up. You have a lot of space in here, as you can see, and then it closes back up, has a nice design to it. And then the traditional glove box is beneath this. We have a lot of space, as you can see. And then on the right side here, we have a 12-volt outlet. And then opening this one up, we have a 3-prong outlet. And then one last look at this interior for the all-new F-150. I think it's a really nice design, nice and modern, has a lot of really good materials to it, really good layout and beautiful leather and stitching. I definitely like the platinum trim level. And then up top, of course, we have this full panoramic roof with the sunshade. You can even see some speakers in the headliner. And then moving our way up front, we have a sunglass holder, as well as all the controls to open and close the vent, as well as the sunshade. And then to go ahead and check out the rear seat space for the F-150, opening up the doors, the running boards can also deploy just by opening the door. We have a very similar door panel with the leather and micro suede and the really nice 2-tone design, Bang & Olufsen and everything on this panel. Moving our way inside, we have the same seating configuration with the smooth leather, color contrast, stitching, and accents. And then we have the same stitching up top with your platinum logo. So definitely a really good look to the rear seats. And then in the center now, we do have heated seats here, as well as climate control vents. You can open up this left side for some USBs, and then we have a 3-prong outlet on the right, cup holders up top, then storage behind each seat, and you can even see the stitching carrying on. All right, so now hopping into the back seat, we have a grab handle and the running boards to really help get you in here. So now you have a ton of space in the back of an F-150. This is a massive truck. I have a pretty good amount of headroom, and then I do have a really nice armrest on this left side. I have the driver's seat set to my height, and I'm 5'11", and I have over a foot of knee room, and my feet are fitting nice and comfortably. So you can definitely fit full-grown adults in the back of this truck. And then right in the center, you can even pull this down. We have a nice armrest as well as 2 cup holders, which is a really good feature to have. And then there's a lot of glass back here to really help make this a nice open feeling. And then you can also grab the base of these seats and lift it up. It locks into place and it reveals a lot of storage space in the back of this truck. So with both of them folded up, you can see just how useful the back of an F-150 really is. And then to now take a look at the bed and all of its features, you have a button on the key fob you can double tap, or you can use the button on the interior, or of course the one on the actual tailgate. Moving inside the truck now, you can see a spray and bed liner all around it to really give it a durable design. We have hooks on the left and right side for added convenience, as well as LED lights on each side, and then a power outlet in the far left side. And then a really cool feature with this tailgate, we have a lot of new items on it. One thing is there's these C-clamp spots right here. You can see this folding in, so you can actually use this as a workbench and clamp pieces to the tailgate like a piece of wood or something. And then on the back side here, you can also see we have 2 different rulers. We have inches and centimeters going all the way up to 48 inches as well as 100 centimeters. And we have some little cubby spots on the left side. And then of course for the F-Series trucks, we also have the integrated step. You can press this button right in the center. You can easily pull out this entire step, and then over on the left side you can take this handle and it'll lock into place, and now you have easy access to enter and exit the bed. And then just as easy, you can retract the handle back into the tailgate as well as the step, and either just manually lifting up the tailgate or pressing a button and it automatically closes. Alright guys, so we are now setting off in the 2021 Ford F-150, the Platinum Edition. First and foremost, the interior is so nice. I've already liked how 2021 F-150 is set up with this massive screen, and just the overall layout. I think Ford did a really good job making it modern and very upscale. But now as we're in a Platinum, which is one of the top of the line trim levels, you get so many nice materials. The leather is beautiful to touch. I love the look and feeling to it. All the stitching, the little details of Platinum, the little wood inlays into the brushed aluminum color trim. It's just a nice little touch. You even get accents on the top of the steering wheel, and then seeing the wood all around the gauges. You can feel the wood trim to it. It just has a nice premium design. Everything is so beautiful. I love all the leather and micro suede on the door panels. wheels. This is a really, really nice pickup truck, not gonna lie. And then the digital display, beautiful looking, very big font, so it's really easy to see, and it's not complicated, which I really like. So this truck is loaded with so much tech and luxury, massaging seats, heated and ventilated. I mean, what more can you ask for in a truck? This is a work truck, and yet it is a luxury truck at the same time. So Ford, I think they're killing it, making the nicest trucks in this segment. I am a pretty big fan of this thing. So as far as driving it now, it is very comfortable. You have a lot of configurations for the seats to really get comfortable in it. Armrests are in a great place, and you feel high up on top of the road. You can see over everything around you. Really good visibility. You have a massive windshield. Mirrors all do a good job. And then looking over your left and right shoulder, you have a really good view. And then as you can see, we have a beautiful panoramic sunroof. There is so much light let into this truck, and it just feels so open and comfortable to be in. And then coming to a stop, the brakes do a really good job bringing this heavy truck to a slower speed. Steering is nice and light as well. And then using the 10-speed and this EcoBoost, getting up to some speed now. Wow. Barely breathing on the gas pedal. That is right up to 50 miles an hour. I like the combination with the EcoBoost as well as this transmission. You don't feel any gear changes. It's very seamless, and I think it utilizes the power and torque really well to optimize the power delivery. You really get up to speed nicely. And then now that we are cruising at speeds, this is so quiet and comfortable. There's no drivetrain noise, there's no tire noise, there's no wind noise. It is impressive how quiet this truck really is, and it is so smooth. We're driving now, of course we have the FX4 off-road suspension package, but this is incredibly comfortable and smooth. Even taking turns now at 45, I'll even accelerate. The truck is really planted. There's not really any body roll, even just doing this a little bit. It sways a little bit, of course, it still is a big truck, but it's very composed feeling. So I like the handling with this new F-150. I think it's put together very nicely to actually give you a solid, refined ride. And racking up the miles on this, I don't think is gonna be an issue at all. Of course, like I said, you have all the technology and luxury features, but overall the build quality, it's a solid truck. It drives really nicely. All right, so getting up to speed once again, we'll give it some gas. Wow. Effortlessly getting up to speed. I like the EcoBoost. Some people aren't a big fan, but of course you can opt for the V8, which is actually a little bit cheaper as far as pricing goes. So you can still get a V8 in this, or the more standard engine, which is the 3.5 liter, even though that's not actually standard. That's a very common engine you're finding in the new F-150s. And then you even have a smaller one, and then the new hybrid, which I'm excited to check out once they get one, that has a hybrid system EcoBoost, which might be a first to be a turbo hybrid. That's gonna be an interesting engine to drive. Yeah, driving in the 2021 Ford F-150, really can't complain with it. I think the looks are really nice. It still looks like an F-150, so while this is a brand new truck, completely new generation for the vehicle, it still looks like the Ford F-150. So they've kept a lot of the brand identity to it, which I think is a good decision. It looks like the truck it should be, and yet everything is tweaked just enough to give it a more modern design. And then moving to the interior, I think the screen is the biggest thing. It just brings us to a modern truck, and I think Ford did a really good job laying everything out to where it's useful and not confusing, and yet very tech savvy and in the modern times. And even taking that sharp turn right there, super composed for a big truck. But yeah, with all the electronics and the screens, everything is really simple to use. You don't really have to take your eyes off the road to adjust anything, and I think it's just laid out in the best way possible, which I really like. And then last thoughts about the truck, there's really nothing I hate about it. You know, I'm not exactly Ford's target market for the buyer of this, so if you're interested in a truck like this, there's definitely a lot of good aspects to it. So I would encourage you to drive one of these, see if it works for your needs. I think it would. I think it's got a lot of great things to offer, see if there's anything you're not a fan of. But for me, as far as just driving in the new F-150, I think it has a lot to offer. Comfortable, quiet, very powerful, beautiful interior and exterior, and I really have no complaints with it. I think it's a sweet truck. So I think that is about it then. Checking out the Platinum Edition 2021 Ford F-150. Huge shout out once again, and thank you to Mooresville Ford for providing this new truck for today's video. Check out their website. They're getting a lot of new 2021s in ready to go, so definitely check them out. But I think that is it for today's video. This is a beautiful truck. I really, really like it actually. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next video.